Banner Knowledge Ball and Steve here coming at you doing our most favorite thing, a ball review for Motiv's new Steel Forge. But before we get started, you're not a subscriber, please do so and hit that bell icon. That way you'll know when awesome videos like these are released. Alright, let's jump into this ball review for Motiv's new Steel Forge. And what I want to do is I want to throw the ball chart up here because we're going to see the Steel Forge is a medium heavy oil ball and it's all the way on the right. So that means it's angular. So how do we get there? Well, let's first talk about the core. I'll throw the core numbers up here and we're going to see that this is the Detonator. This is a symmetrical low RG core. Now the 15-pound numbers are up here. So we're going to see the RG rating 2.47. and the differential 0.055. So that's a lot of diff. It's going to create a lot of flare. It's a low RG ball. So let's just take a quick moment to discuss some of these terms because this core is a fast-revving core. It's a low RG core. It's probably, people would say it's a strong core, things like that. Where the core of the bowling ball, we talk about mechanical strength. And this is a fast-spinning low RG core. And what that means is although the core is out of balance, it's designed to be out of balance to get back into balance, it spins up quickly. So that means that core starts to balance out more quickly than, let's say, a high RG core, which takes longer to spin up, and that might help the ball get more length, let's say, in a higher friction environment. But because this is a medium heavy oil pearl, we need this ball to slow down a little bit because, as you know, if the ball doesn't slow down, it'll never hook. So this works because the cover that we put on it, and cover we would call chemical strength, is the Propulsion MXV Pearl. Now this is the same pearl that was found on the asymmetrical Evoke Hysteria. So when you marry this up with the core, we have a ball that can handle heavier oil environments, but still get a pearl in my hands. And I find that a very useful tool when I'm bowling in my tournaments. You know, when my Evoke Hysteria kind of gets a little soon and that asymmetrical core kind of locks up, it wants to go a little straighter, I know that I can go to the Steel Forge. I can get in a little bit, I can throw it more away from the pocket, and I know that it's gonna make it back to the pocket, not only because it has a lot of diff, which helps with the ball flare and that angular motion on the back, but that core cover combo really helps out. Now I drilled this ball 50 by 5 by 45, and as you know, that's my standard drilling, and that gives me the best look on a lot of these conditions. So I'll tell you what, let's go out on the lanes, let's throw some shots, we'll come back and talk about it. Thanks a lot. As always, that was a lot of fun. You know, you can see with this ball, it certainly can get down the lane a little bit, and it does create a lot of motion on the back part of the lane. You know, I would classify this as a strong ball. You know, it's definitely for those, you know, heavier oil environments where there's not a lot of friction, but you need a pearl in your hand. You know, sometimes some of the solids are great to start, but when the lanes get a little muddy, we get some traffic on the lanes, the balls start to pick up a little sooner. We need a ball to get down the lane, but those higher RG cores that we talked about earlier get too far down the lane, and the ball never seems to pick up soon enough to hook back to the pocket. Here I have a big, strong ball, so a lot of mechanical strength with a great pearl cover that I can take advantage of those times in my tournaments where the lanes are transitioning, but there's still not a tremendous amount of friction on the lane. My advice, go to your local pro shop professional, ask them about the Steel Forge and pick one up today. You'll be very glad you did. Thanks a lot.